Good morning, everyone. It is December the 11th. Today, you're going to need your chair and a pair of weights. And you need to check your space that you're going to be moving around in. You need a space that you can move forward and backwards in and side to side. So for me, my space moving forward and backward and side to side is going to be long ways. Sometimes I'll do it short ways, depending on what I want to do. And make sure you know where your water is and that it is available at any time that you want to use it. We're going to be doing some intervals today, but first we're going to do a warm up and a stretch. The jacket will come off as I get warmed up. Hopefully you're set in your little part of the world that you're in. So let's go ahead and get this done. It's the first of a couple of different Christmas playlists we have to work out with. All right, let's go just wide here and roll our shoulders. And now forward. Focus on pulling your shoulder blades open. All right, we're gonna roll back into our hip flexors. So go ahead and roll your rear end back. Let me let somebody in here. We're gonna just kind of bend. Now make sure you're pushing back into your hips and your glutes so you feel your hamstring. And just gently, gently pulse right there. Remember, this is a warm-up stretch. You're not trying to do anything big. Essentially, petting your muscles as they move along. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and roll it up. We're going to lean over to one side and just get a little bit of a stretch going here. And bring it up and over. We're going to hold it and just let gravity work for us. And up. Nice deep breath. And let's just gently sweep it down with our little bend here. We're going to go nice and slow, focusing on the hips and the stretch up at the top, through the rib cage, through the low back. One more sweep. We're going to bring it up and come into big open. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause right quick before we get into the jam. All right. So we're going to be going into intervals. The first set of intervals that we're going to be doing, you're going to be moving forward and backwards very quickly, as quickly as you can handle for 5 seconds. So you'll just go up and back as fast as you can for 5 seconds, and then we'll have 5 seconds on. So when I say go, you go. When I say stop, you stop. And when I say go, you go. We're going to do it about 10 times because that is what the music will allow. Anytime you need to stop and really catch your breath, go ahead and do so. And then what else? Oh, and if you just joined, you're going to need a chair and a pair of weights. So everybody take a breath. We're good. All right. So 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off. I'm going to get my timer going. Oh, got to wake up my timer. As one does with one's timer. All right, I'm going to start the song. It's going to get grindy here in a second. All right, is everybody ready to move forward and back? Here we go. Go. So you're going to go backwards and forwards, and stop. I'm just going to reset myself and go. And stop. Just reset yourself to the start position and go. And stop. Shake your legs out, catch your breath, and go. And stop. Shake it out, and go. And stop. Give it a shake out. We got 5 more. And go. and stop. All right, here we go. Go. And stop. Make sure you're stretching, keeping your feet a little bit moving, and go. Stop. And go. And stop. Last one. And go. All right, walk it off for a second. Catch a drink if you need to. It's a way to get the heart rate up going, guys. Okay. The next set of intervals we're doing, side to side. I want you to be careful. Be thinking about a couple of things. Don't trip over your own feet. Okay. So don't try to do something complicated like a grapevine. Okay. Because your side to side needs to be quick, short, hoppy, so that your feet are not getting under one another. So it's just up and up and up and up and up. So keep your feet apart so they're not coming together so you don't trip yourself at all. Again, we will do these 10 times. We're all going to be winded by the time we're done with this. So you're going to hear a lot of heavy breathing coming from me. Just saying. All right. Is everybody ready? Get this back up again. Okay. Let the next song play. Oh, this one's still ending. All right. Here we go. And go. So you do your quick little side to side and rest. Take it out and go. It doesn't have to be very big, just little tiny small. And stop. And go. And stop. Make sure your feet keep moving a little bit. And go. And stop. And go. Stop. And go. And stop. And go. Stop. And go. Stop. And go. And stop. Last one. And go. All right. Stop. Pick up those heels. Stretch out your legs. Pick up your knees. Okie dokie. Let me get to this part. Okay. Check your shoestrings. Make sure you're still tied. Get a drink if you need to. We're going to go into our last set of intervals, which is fast feet. This one can be done seated or standing. Your choice. So you can march. But if you're marching, I want you going as fast as you can. Jog, but make sure you're getting that intensity in there. You get adding the hips, or run. Most of us are going to do boxer shuffle just really fast. Totally fine. 5 seconds off, 5 seconds on. Add that. Everybody good? You caught your breath? All right, I'm going to let the music start because it's always a little faster than the interval is. All right. Are you ready? Fast feet. and go. Stop, shake it out, catch your breath, and go. Stop, shake it out, catch your breath, and go. Stop, shake it out. Get ready, go. Stop, shake it out, get ready, and go. And stop. All right. Get ready, go. And stop. Keep shaking it out a little bit. Ready, go. Stop. Ready, go. Stop. Ready, go. Stop. Last one. Ready, go. And stop. All right, take a little tour around your room. Walk it off a little bit. Catch your breath. All right, let's go ahead and pick up our weights. We are going to do biceps. I'm going to use my slightly heavier ones here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do bicep curls on one leg balance, okay? You want to have your feet relatively close together. Take your left foot to kickstand. Hands forward in curl position. Do a couple of nice, slow curls. All right. And when you're ready, pick that back toe up. And let's see if we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Arms down, foot down, shake it out. All right, take your right foot to kickstand, begin your curls. You want this movement to be nice and smooth so that when you pick your foot up, and we're going to pick our foot up when you're ready, and we'll count now. 1, 2, you want it smooth in the motion. 3, tap your toe down if you need to regain your balance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms down, foot down. All right. We're going to set our chair to where we can get to it. And we're going to grab our weights again. Just keep your weights. Sit down on the front edge of your chair. All right. So we're going to stand into an overhead press. So we'll stand up and do this. Sit down. And we're going to bring our weights forward. Whether you touch the floor or not is irrelevant. Keep your back in good position. So you're here. And then we're going to stand up into our overhead press. Okay, so ready? Here we go. Stand up to your overhead press. Stand. Sit yourself down. Roll yourself forward, keeping your back in good position. Curl it up and press. To overhead. Sit it down. Curl it down towards the floor. So your goal is not to touch the floor. It's just to lean forward in that hinge. And if you're comfortable with it, widen your stance a little bit. And then you'll just be doing your stand from a wider stance. And then, of course, you sit down, you roll yourself. So you never want to put your back in a position where it feels bad about doing this. But you're being very conscious of this forward push. Good. Always taking our time. Nice little push up. You only push up as high as you need to go. Go forward, into your thighs, hips. Excellent job, you guys. Pull that right back up and press up. Now, if you want a little bit of challenge, stay right here, open that a little wider, and then go down. The challenge is standing with your legs in this position. You really have to focus on what's going on when you stand up. Pressing into your heels, and then making sure you're sitting down. All right, we're gonna go down one more time. Come up, and we're gonna stay up. And bring it right back down. All right, keep your weights. You can get your chair out of the way if it's in your way. All right, we're going to do our side-to-side abs. I call them metronome abs. So hold the weight right here by the head. Bring your elbows into your side, just like this. And we're going to do our little TikTok move. So the arms just shift. The weights are in front of us. So your arms are passively holding and tilting the weights. But your elbows stay tucked into your side. Good. Often we have our hands crossed or down. So we have an extension going in front of us, which changes it up a little bit. Good. Let's add a wrist rotation with our weights. So your thumb is doing the work here of holding the weight in place, depending on the size of your weight. So we're adding in little forearms, some wrist motion, grip for the thumb. Good. We're going to change it up. Come up. All right. So I want you to pick one of these fingers and your thumb to hold your weight. So whether it's your middle finger or your index finger, you're going to hold the weight with 2 fingers. Okay? 2 fingers. I'm going to probably use my middle one here. Okay? Nice long arms. The rest of those fingers are out. We're going to do the same thing here. So if you start out with a set of fingers and it's not working, really switch fingers. Now, you can't change your thumb. That doesn't work for reasons. But notice you're holding your arms down, but your hands are out just a little bit. So, like when you pick up the salt and pepper and you're going to pass it across, you don't have a death grip on it. You usually pick it up with 2 or 3 fingers and pass it across. Well, here we're kind of working that a little bit. So challenge, switch to a different finger. I'm using my ring finger, which is kind of shaky, but I'm down with that. Good. Come to center. All right, shake your hands out. Okay, gotta scroll here. Up. Okay, we're gonna do abs. So go to that wider stance. Just kind of sit into your hips. Make sure your lumbar's in good position. Now, circle. You pretend like you've got a barrel or a very big balloon or beach ball. Go ahead and lace your fingers if you can. Okay, you're sitting into your hips, but you're going to just rotate. So So it's all upper body from the hips up, and you're keeping your arms in this circle shape. They're roughly at the lowest, like rib cage level. Now, if you have heavier weights and you want to, you can switch it to a single weight. So I'm saying if you've got a 5 or a 6, and this gets to be too much for you, take it nice and easy, and I want you going back as far as you can without losing your circle shape. If your circle starts getting wonky, you've gone too far. Good. Feel this in your shoulders, spine, all those lovely muscles in your back. We're going to do this pass one more time from left to right. And then we'll come back to center, of course. Pull it in. All right. So take one weight and put it down. Go back to your wide stance. You're going to hold that weight by the heads, and you're going to hold it right against your tummy. So right here, elbows are out. Same thing. You're sitting at your hips, and you're going to turn as far as you can. This time, you're going to let your hips work as well, because you're rotating out into your glutes in the back, out into your hip flexor. Upper body is up. Shoulders can turn and bend as long as that weight stays laying against your tummy, like right at ribcage level. Be mindful of your knees and ankles. If they start to twinge, then don't turn so hard. One more pass. Let's go back to the right. Come to center. Bring your feet in. Sit into your hips. Now let's do it from here. And you notice it's a little different because since they're closer together, you're not feeling it as much in your knees. Maybe a little more in your ankles. One more. Left to right and center and down. Okay, go ahead and put that weight down. We're going to stretch. Just breathe, people. Breathe. All right, so shake your hands out. Move your fingers, shake your hands, move your fingers while I do all this at the same time. All right, let's go ahead and do, since we just came out of ankles, we're going to do our 1 foot with our ankle roll. And then the other way. And then we're going to do the other leg. Roll it one way. And then the other. All right. Just go to a natural stance down here. We're going to take our arms up, goalpost or higher. So this is the minimum. I'm going to take my elbows up just a little bit, and we're going to do front knee raises so we can stretch this. But we're also working on our core and our low back as we stretch. Nice and slow. We're going to do 6 of these. This is number 4. Number 5. And number 6. All right, take our hands out to big open, which means you come out in this shoulder and then you squeeze those shoulders back. So they're trying to touch each other and chin is up. I'm gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your head back up to neutral. We're gonna let our arms go down. So they're still way back here. Turn your palms and then fold your arms behind you. Don't try to grasp, just take your thumbs up as high as you can and kind of flex your shoulder blades out. Everybody's going to be different on this, how high you can get your hands, how much your shoulder blades are going to flex, and then kind of roll your shoulders forward and hold that for 3, 2, 1. Very carefully let one arm go down and then the other. We're going to then roll those shoulders forward, cross your hands and grasp, and just give it a little pull in the front and a push in the back, pushing through your spine and your shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your arms, roll your shoulders back into place as you let everything go down here. Pick your legs out. All right, we're gonna sit into this big old hip over here. So you're gonna push that booty back and just sit into it. You're gonna go long right here, and we'll hold that position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From this foot down here, push up. So you're all the way straight. We're gonna sit into this one, straighten out this one. So push that booty back, straighten out this leg, sit in this position, sit into the heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from the heel, push up. Feel how that engages. That's what we're going for. Hip hula. And the other way. Keep going. I have to make sure, stop the music on time. All right. Hands at the hips. We're going to just do a gentle bend forward. So keeping your chin up, we're going to just do our hinge forward. We're going to hinge forward till you feel your hamstrings. We'll hold that position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to roll it up. And then we're going to, I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to hinge backwards. So you're just going to roll back into this position that's best for you and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Being very careful of everything. Come back to center. Let's breathe it up. Stretch, 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 and big out and down. All right, as you come out of that, go ahead and give yourself a couple of heel lifts. All right, guys, gang, gals, everybody, thank you very much for joining me today, and we will catch you on the flip side.